Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Nathan, this is my friend Ruby, and we live in London.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Betty, and this is my friend Sue, and we're both from Cheltenham.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Colin, I'm from Stockport, and this is my friend Ian, who's from Monmouthshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's John. I'm originally from Torquay, now living in Swindon, and it's my friend Jack, who lives in Bristol.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a hard-boiled egghead. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya, everybody. Afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
John and Jack, welcome back from the last show. Got through to the head-to-head, but 3 new pairs. Also, the third outing of our new round.
Oh, so
of our
exciting.
special new round, the head-to-head players, where we add a bit of money to the jackpot.
Yeah.
We still haven't settled on a name.
No.
The first day we called it Jackpot Jumper.
Yeah.
Then it was the Bonus Booster.
Yeah.
I've got the Pointless Pot Builder today. That's what we're calling it.
OK, like it.
OK.
Like it. Pot builder.
Pointless
Nice.
Pot Builder.
Pointless pot builder.
Yeah,
It's got to be alliterative, yeah, always.
Exactly.
Nice.
And it's already added a tiny little bit of money to the jackpot as well, which is nice.
It has.
Yeah. Last show we added
Yeah.
250 quid with it.
OK, very nice, OK. So Alex and Suzanne didn't win the jackpot last time, so we're adding another £1,000. It's like we're just chucking money in that jackpot. Unbelievable. So we're adding another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £3,500. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Always the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is snooker. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns snooker finalists and their first names, Richard.
Yeah, we're simply going to show you the surnames of 7 men who've reached their World Snooker final. On each board, you have to tell us their first name, please. We'll also show you the first year they got to that final. 7 on the first board, 7 on the second board, 14 in all. To have a go at home.
Thanks very much indeed. Let's put our first board of surnames up. Snooker finalists, please supply their first names. We have got Mountjoy, 1981. Dot, 2004. Davis, 1981. Simpson, 1971. Parrott, 1989. Ebdon, 1996, and White, 1984. I'll read those again for you. Mountjoy, 1981. Dot, 2004. Davis, 1981. Simpson, 1971. Parrott, 1989. Ebdon, 1996, and White, 1984. There we are. Nathan, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a teacher, so I work in a sixth form college in North London. So I teach psychology. So
I bet Nathan's quite a cool teacher.
I bet he is.
Don't you think?
Do they all lie on couches?
what's that?
I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
They'd all fall asleep.
Not physically, but maybe mentally.
Mentally. That's nice. But so you give them a grounding in psychology. You introduce them to it.
Yeah.
Great.
It's quite a nice subject in that way.
Yeah.
You introduce them and they haven't heard it before, and then sometimes they get bored quick, sometimes they don't. So yeah.
Very interesting. Now, Nathan, snooker. How are you feeling about our snooker players here?
It's not really my sport, but I think I know 1 or 2. I'm going to go for Graham Dott.
Graham Dott says Nathan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Graham Dott. Graham Dott is right. That's a good answer. 20. Well done, Nathan. Gets it off to a flying start. 20 for Graham Dott.
Well played, Nathan. Yeah, the winner in 2006, 2-time finalist as well. Apart from that, they call him the Pocket Dynamo because he's quite short and there are pockets on a snooker table. It's clever, so it works on 2 different levels.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Betty, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a retired nurse. I now volunteer for 2 charities. I like amateur dramatics, the theatre. That's about it, really.
Yeah, well, you say there's plenty in there. Let's just go into the amateur dramatics. How often do you put on productions?
I haven't done anything for about 2 years now, but women of my age, we can't get the jobs now. There's no work out there for me.
Really?
No.
Do you, I mean, do you sort of take turns, though, to do stuff backstage and things like that? No.
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 No, I like to be on the stage.
Like to be
with
on the stage.
spotlights.
Yes, exactly. If your name's not up in lights,
Yeah.
it's frankly not worth turning up.
Absolutely.
Well, there we are. Betty, how are you feeling about snooker?
You couldn't have picked a subject further away from my comfort zone, in all honesty.
But you know in some sports how there are names that you think, that name. I have to say, I read that out. I mean, I'm not a snooker follower, I'm afraid. And I know that's... Rich is a huge snooker fan, obviously. But, yeah, I was hoping more first names might suggest themselves.
I have
They're
got
not.
2 suggestions.
OK, there we go. Come on.
OK. So it's a toss-up between 2 that I know and the others, actually, I don't have any idea about. So I'm going to go for the bottom one, Jimmy White.
There we are. There we are. Jimmy White. How many of our 100 said Jimmy White? Down that goes to 55. It's not bad.
Yes, 6-time runner-up Jimmy White, never won it as well. Recently won the World Seniors at the Crucible, but yeah, 6 World Finals without a trophy.
It's annoying.
But it kind of is, but also, I suppose it makes you even more legendary in a way. To be the best loser ever.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Ian, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Ian.
I took early retirement after 38 years working in the probation service across England and Wales, and spent the first 6 years of my retirement working abroad on helping countries developing their criminal justice systems.
Wow. So where did you go? Where did you go after the
I
probation?
lived for 3 years in Jordan doing
Goodness
that,
me.
and then had a 3-year project after that in Kazakhstan.
Wow. I mean, 2 totally different jurisdictions, presumably. And
Very different in very different countries, but an amazing opportunity to experience,
Fantastic,
those. And I have to say, I learnt as much and brought as much back
I bet.
as I took out.
OK, Ian, snooker, that's a nice way. You could fill your retirement with snooker.
It's an option, isn't it?
It's an option.
Yeah. I know a few of them, and I think the one I'm going to go for is the one from the bottom, which I think is Peter Ebdon.
Peter Ebdon says, Ian, let's see how many of our 100 people said Peter Ebdon. Well, 55 is the high score, 20 is the low, you're on 35. Right in the middle.
So another very good answer. Yeah, winner in 2002, runner-up twice as well. Briefly had a pop career, Peter Ebdon. It's worth checking out. I think it was called "I Am a Clown" is the song that he released with an amazing video of just sort of him looking sort of far off in the distance, intercut with scenes of snooker.
Oh, I see, so it was closely related to his snooker.
Not really.
Not really.
The song wasn't.
No, I Am a Clown.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, Jack, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
John and Jack, welcome back. Tell us all about yourself again, Jack.
Yes, I'm a civil servant from Bristol. I'm a big sports fan, so I play a lot of football and follow a bit of American football. Like to play sports regularly with my friends, particularly football and a bit of tennis as well. Not snooker.
Sport heavy. I was going to say. No, there's one sport I'm not hearing in there. But you don't play snooker. Maybe you just watch a lot of snooker.
Yeah, I recognise the names that have been taken here.
Can you clean up for us then?
Well, I wish I could. I'm not sure of Mountjoy or Simpson. So I know that the Davis, it was presumably Steve Davis, the famous 6-time world champion. And the only other option that I know is John Parrott. And I think he's probably less well-known out the 2, so I think I'm going to have to go for John Parrott.
OK, John Parrott. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for John for Parrott. John Parrott is right. 55, still a high score. 61, a new high score, but it's not devastating.
Yeah, it's a big score, but your instinct was right. Steve Davis did score more. Steve Davis would have scored you 74 points up the top there. Mountjoy, he was in the sort of real golden era when snooker got massive. Remember him?
I don't.
Doug Mountjoy would have scored you 43, Welshman. And the best answer on the board, even snooker aficionados would have difficulty with this, beaten finalist in 1971, the Australian Warren Simpson, who scored you 2 points. One person at poll, one of our 100 said Homer. They were incorrect.
Thank you very much. Well, we're halfway through the round. Nathan and Ruby are low scorers on 20, high scorers Jack and John on 61. So you might want to do something about that, John. Good luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Could the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more surnames of snooker players up on the board. Don't forget you have to supply the first names. Here they are. We've got Murphy, 2005, Reardon, 1970, O'Sullivan, 2001, Marnes, 1978, Selby, 2014, Doherty, 1997, and Hendry, 1990. And here they are one more time. Murphy, 2005, Reardon, 1970, O'Sullivan, 2001, Marnes, 1978, Selby, 2014, Doherty, 1997, and Hendry, 1990. There we are. John, welcome back.
Thank you.
Remind us all about yourself, John.
I've just started a new job in Swindon in a building society doing tech, which is complete change for me, so...
Yeah. So moved up from Torquay to Swindon.
Yep.
And you're only about a week into this job.
Yes, yeah. This is my second day off
Yeah.
in less than 2
They
weeks,
must
so it's
love
going well.
you. Yeah. You better take back a pointless trophy.
Yeah, I need to. I need
Yeah,
to.
I think so. Tell us your interests, John.
Very similar to Jack, football. I'm a keen footballer. We play fantasy football together. And I think he's never beaten me. But I'll judge his reaction to that. Don't follow snooker at all.
Right.
But one of the people on that board live in the same block that I lived in until 2 weeks ago.
What, back in Torquay?
Yeah. And he's called Ray Reardon.
How lovely. OK, you're going to go for Ray Reardon. You are the high scorers at the moment, so there's no red line, but let's see how far down the column we get with Ray Reardon. That goes down to 62, taking your total up to 123.
Cool to live with Ray Reardon, though.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yes, another 6-time winner, another Welshman, another miner as well. Doug Mountjoy was a miner too. They didn't keep up the mining while they were winning world titles, but beforehand.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Colin, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Colin.
I'm Colin, I'm from Stockport. I'm a retired secondary teacher, a National Trust volunteer and a Shed-Eye Knight.
A Shed-Eye Night.
Shed-Eye Knight.
OK, let's do the Shed-Eye Night, shall we? Tell us about that.
I'm a hobbyist wood turner, so I spend quite a bit of time in my shed.
And a wood turn, that's a lathe, basically,
is.
is it?
Yes, that's
What
right.
sort of things do you make with your lathe?
Well, some things go wrong, so I make expensive firewood. But largely when they go right, they're platters and plates and bowls and vases and
Lovely.
eggs and apples and round things, candlesticks.
Very nice indeed. Now, Colin, this is exciting. 87 or less gets you into round 2.
Right. I knew Ray Reardon, and I knew more on the first board, but I think I'm going to go for Stephen Hendry.
Stephen Hendry, says Colin. Here's your red line, nice and high. Can you get below that with Stephen Hendry? It's right, and you're through. Very well done. Good. 60 for that. 95 your total. Into round 2.
Yeah, record 7-time winner, Stephen Hendry. We've also got a Pointless trophy as well. There's nothing he can't win.
9. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So, Sue, we come to you. Welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Sue.
I live in Cheltenham and I'm a retired registrar of marriages.
Ah, how many people have you married?
Over 1,000.
Ah, 1,000 happy events.
Usually.
Usually.
Mostly.
Mostly. When did you retire from that?
I retired from there about 3 years ago.
Goodness me, do you miss it?
No.
No.
I used to spend a lot of time, mostly weekends,
Yes.
driving around Gloucestershire doing weddings.
Oh, yes.
And it's pretty hard work.
Of course, it's
keeping
always
people-
weekends, isn't it?
Yeah, keeping people happy. Crowd control.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, now you mentioned it, actually, it's quite annoying. Yes, I see you. There you are, you're on 55. If you can score 67 or less, round 2 awaits. All we need is you to supply the first names of these snooker players.
I'm afraid I know so little about snooker that I'm just going to have a guess and say Eddie O'Sullivan.
Eddie O'Sullivan, here is your red line. Can you get below that with Eddie O'Sullivan? No! I'm afraid not Eddie. Not Eddie. Takes your total up to 155.
Yeah, sorry, there was a famous Eddie Charlton, but slightly before that era, I'm afraid. That's not the gentleman in question.
Thank you very much, Richard. Ruby, welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Ruby.
Well, I live in London. I used to do set styling, but I've just started a new job doing prop buying for a retailer. So I basically spend my days searching the internet for random objects.
See, that's quite fun. So set styling is for sort of TV and film and things like that, where you're dressing sets.
Yeah, basically.
And just trying to find... I mean, it's a brilliant thing to do. When it's done well, it's just so inventive and clever.
Very creative.
Very creative, and you can suggest so much about a personality's backstory, can't you?
Definitely, yeah.
But you're now sort of doing that on a commercial basis,
Yes,
I guess.
I'm working for a big retailer, and I'm working with their store design team, and I'll buy all of the weird and wonderful props that they need for all of their stores.
Fabulous.
So,
That's
it can be
fun. So
a mixture of anything.
Trawling eBay.
Yeah, I recently bought a
for-
tiny crown for a gold pigeon, and I spent about 2 hours looking on the internet for that.
You bought my tiny crown. Oh, brilliant. OK, now, Ruby, you're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score here. Yeah. You've got the lowest score of the first pass anyway. What would you like to go for? And do you feel like filling in all of those blanks?
I've never watched snooker in my life. So this was really not for me. We were going through all the different sports that could come up earlier, and this one didn't come up. But luckily, I know one, I think. It's Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There's no red line. You're already through. Down you go, 67, takes your total up to 87. Very well done.
Five-time winner, Ronnie O'Sullivan, the Rocket. Let's take a look through the rest of these. There's a world champion there, Sean Murphy. He would have scored you 22. Another world champion down the bottom then, Ken Doherty, the Irishman. He would have scored you 22 as well. The jester from Leicester, they call Mark Selby, just because it rhymes, and he's from Leicester. Not particularly a hilarious man, but that's what they call him. He's not unfunny. I'm not saying that. That's just it's an unusual nickname, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
24 points for him. The best answer on the board, the South African never won, but was in a final. Perry Mance. And Perry Mance would have scored you 18 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. We find ourselves at the end of our first round, and that means, as is traditional, we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, and I'm so sorry, Sue and Betty, it is you with your high score of 155, to whom we say goodbye. We'll see you again next time, though. Thank you very much in the meantime, Sue and Betty. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Suddenly down to three pairs can only mean it's round two. Well done, Ruby and Nathan, our low scorers in that round. Best of luck to all three pairs. Our category for round two this afternoon is food ingredients. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns dessert recipes. Richard.
We're going to show you the names now of 4 recipes from the BBC Food website. We're looking for any ingredient you would find in one of those 4 recipes, please. You're going to see titles of 4 recipes, one of which I've never heard of, but which sounds amazing.
Ah, what fun. OK, well, let's reveal our 4 recipes. And as Richard mentioned, you just have to shout out the name of any ingredient from any one of these recipes. Here they are. Mary Berry's Tipsy Trifle, Nadia Hussain's Eton Mess Cheesecake, Raymond Blanc's Tarte Tatin, and the Hairy Biker's Best Ever Banoffee Pie.
Eton Mess Cheesecake, though.
What could possibly be bad about that?
Bet that's lovely.
It's got everything. I mean, that's just a smash-up of everything that's delicious.
Let's finish the show really quickly and go and have one.
Ruby, what are you going to go for?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I might go for one that I think would be in the tarte tatin.
You don't have to say even which recipe you're speaking of.
Okay.
You can just throw out a thing, and if it's in one of these recipes, it's good enough.
It's a bit of a rogue one, but I think I'm going to go with salt.
Like it. Salt. Let's see how many of our 100 people said salt. Oh, no. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a banoffee pie without a bit of salt in it.
Went
but
rogue.
there we are. 2 rogue, but very good. Good. I like that. Good, pointless thinking.
Yeah, good wrong.
Yeah, it's good wrong.
Good wrong.
It's good wrong, in the same way that salt is. Salt's a good wrong.
Yeah, but you would think there'd be a little, just a
bit
little.
of salt. A little bit, just to give you a bit
pinch.
of pep. Little bit of kick.
There it is.
There we are.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, Colin.
Yes.
Yes.
I've eaten some of those, and I've got hesitated about the tart tatin, but I think I might go for biscuit.
Biscuit, says Colin. Let's see how many of our 100 people said biscuit. It's right. Not bad. Down to 21.
Yeah, digestive biscuits in the Eton mess cheesecake. Or probably under the Eton mess cheesecake, but you know what I mean.
I know what you're saying. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, John.
I can only think of one. Well, I can think of a couple, but some are very obvious. One's single figures or 100, I'd imagine. And I don't know which way to play it. I think I'm going to risk it. I think I'm going to go condensed milk.
Condensed milk, says John. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said condensed milk. It's right. Well done. 100 is our high score, 21 is our low score, and you passed the low score. Down to 7. Very well done. You said single figures. It was single figures.
Very nicely played. That is in the banoffee pie. Oh, I love condensed milk.
I do love
condensed milk and evaporated milk.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
Yep. OK, halfway through the round, low scorers, John and Jack. High scorers, Ruby, Nathan. Good luck, Nathan. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, Jack, remember, we're looking for any ingredients that might feature in any of these recipes. If, by the way, you can score 92 or less, you're through.
Yeah. So I haven't had a lot of these. I'm not even sure what a tart tatin is. I'm thinking I may play safe-ish, given John's score, and go for sponge fingers.
Sponge fingers, says Jack. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with sponge fingers? Let's find out. No, I'm afraid not. Sponge fingers, but as you say, John had a lovely low score in the first pass. Maybe that's going to save your bacon, or maybe the door has opened a bit for Nathan there.
Yeah, hasn't it just? Going to be very interesting on that last podium. Yeah, no sponge fingers in any of those, I'm afraid.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Ian, your target, by the way, is 85 or less.
I'm trying to think of the sort of less obvious and less visible ingredients in some of those. I'm going to try gelatin.
Gelatin, says Ian. Let's see. Here's your red line. Can you get below this red line with gelatin? Let's find out. No, bad luck. Bad luck. I like the way you were going there with that. Inventive and clever, and not unlikely, in fact, when all said and done.
Just wrong.
But just wrong. Takes your total up to 121.
Yeah, sorry, Ian. Listen, we normally like risk taking, but there's some. I'm going to say some unnecessary risks being taken on this second pass. I would say when someone's already got 100, that's the one time where you think, no, it's all right. You can just say whatever you want.
Yeah, very like.
But oh, here we go. Game on, right?
But well done.
Yeah,
well
lovely. It's
done.
lovely to see.
The door was a little bit open. That's been kicked wide open for you. Now, Nathan, you have to score 20 or less. Can you name an ingredient that features in any one of these recipes?
Cooking and baking, not really my thing. That's why Ruby's laughing.
Use your psychology, Nathan.
Yeah.
Think. Put yourself in the mind of what would Mary Berry put in her tipsy trifle?
I'm thinking of a couple, but I know I have to gamble a little bit. I can't really go really obvious. Like, something like butter's a bit too obvious. The two that I'm between really are something like sherry, because the tipsy thing, sherry trifle, or like vanilla essence, I feel like would be in one of them. I'm going to go for vanilla essence.
Vanilla essence, says Nathan. I like what you're doing there. Here is your red line. Is it right? That's the big question. Vanilla essence. No! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Two perfectly good wrong answers there. But two wrong answers. 200 Club.
Yeah, you're triply unfortunate there. No vanilla essence, but there's vanilla extract in the trifle, and it would have scored you 3. There's vanilla bean paste in the cheesecake, which was a pointless answer, and sherry would have scored you 16 and seen you through to the head-to-head. So very, very unlucky.
That's a killer.
But listen, everyone went for a risk. Two of you, for no reason I could see, but one of you had to. And there we are. Let's take a look at some of these low answers, shall we? The banoffee pie, soft dark brown sugar would have scored you 1, plain chocolate would have scored you 3, bananas would have scored you 59 on that one. Tart tatin, there's only 3 ingredients in it. Water, 7, puff pastry, 9, and apples, 13. In the cheesecake, lots of pointless answers. You could have had double cream, dehydrated strawberry slices, I don't know if you said that, white chocolate, red food colouring, egg whites, and freeze-dried strawberry pieces, and the vanilla bean paste. No raspberries in that, just strawberries. I would have raspberries, I think.
I'd have raspberries every time.
And the tipsy trifle, pointless answers, corn flour and flaked almonds, 1 point for strawberry jam and whipping cream. Cherries would have scored you 2.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we're at the end of our second round. We have to say goodbye to another pair, Nathan and Ruby. When you come back, you're going to be brilliant. I know that, because that was tough. Anyway, meantime, thank you very much indeed. Nathan and Ruby, lovely having you on the show. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Ian and Colin, John and Jack. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £3,500. But before we go into the head-to-head, let's have a bit of fun here. We have a chance to boost that jackpot by seeing if you can find some pointless answers. Here's how it works. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many shades of red as they could. Richard?
Yep, we're going to show you 6 of them on the board now. 2 of them are not shades of red at all, and 2 of them are pointless answers. If you can find one of those pointless answers, you're going to add £250 to the jackpot. No one can get knocked out, nothing at stake here at all, other than just a little bonus, add a little bit of money to the jackpot if you can find one of those pointless answers.
OK, so we're looking for the pointless answers, really, on this board. Here they come, the shades of red. Aurelio, Cinnabar, Orcsy, Carnelian, Oxblood, Carmine. There we are. So, Ian and Colin, we come to you first.
Right, we're going to go for carnelian.
Carnelian, say Ian and Colin. This is exciting. Let's find out if it's pointless. It's right. It's a very good start. Down it goes. Still going down. Oh, down to 3. Carnelian. Well done, though. It was correct. Now then, John and Jack, what are you going to go for?
Well, I was thinking Carmine. I think Oxblood is, but I think
Oxblood is, yeah.
I think Cinnabar's wrong.
Yeah. I have no idea about Orcsy.
No, I don't know about Oxy. You can choose because there's nothing. I mean,
I think
OK.
We're going to go with Aurelio.
OK, Aurelio. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got it. Is it pointless? No bad luck. Oh, well, never mind. We failed to add anything to the jackpot, but we had some fun in passing. Bad luck. Rich?
Yeah, well done if you've got some at home now. I'll take you through which ones the pointless ones were. Fabio Aurelio used to play for Liverpool, so he was a red, but not the type of red we were looking for. There's 2 pointless answers up there. Carnelian's a very good answer. I'm surprised this next one was a pointless answer. Oxblood is a pointless answer, which I would have thought more people would know, but well done if you said that at home. And the other pointless answer up there is Cinnabar. Cinnabar, well done if you said that. Carmine is a correct answer, but would have scored you 3 points. And Orcsy, that's Baroness Orcsy, who wrote The Scarlet Pimpernel.
There we are. Good. Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, we weren't able to find any pointless answers there, so the jackpot stays at £3,500. Which of you will be playing for it? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our first question this afternoon is concerning 12-letter films. Richard?
We're going to show you 5 pictures now, all of which come from films which have 12 letters in their title. We'll show you the year that film was released as well. But what are these films, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Which films are these? Here's our first still. A, 1993. B, 1931. C, 1979. D, 1982. And E, 1984. OK, there we are. 5 films with 12-letter titles. Ian and Colin, you're our golden couple, so you get to go first.
B. What's that? B is Ghostbusters, but I don't know any of the others. Right, we only know 2 of them, and it's been a real toss-up, but we're going to go for E, Ghostbusters.
OK, E, Ghostbusters, say Ian and Colin. Now, John and Jack, talk us through that board.
Wow. I don't know about you, John, but I think I only recognise one.
Yeah, I think we probably need the same too.
Yeah.
It's
that's the Tom Hanks, I think, isn't it?
We're going to have to go for the only one we know. There's no way we're going to...
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I can't see
I don't think it's going to come to us.
yeah.
Let me just check. Yeah. We'll go for B, Frankenstein.
OK, Frankenstein. So we have Ghostbusters and Frankenstein. Ian and Colin said Ghostbusters for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people got Ghostbusters. Wow. There's a recognisable film. OK, 97 for Ghostbusters. Now, John and Jack, meanwhile, have gone for Frankenstein for B. Interesting. Now we know what Ghostbusters has done. Let's see what Frankenstein does. Oh, 90 for Frankenstein. There we go. Well done. John and Jack, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Nice to win a point with a 90-point answer, isn't it? Very well done. Let's fill these in. A, you're quite right, that is Tom Hanks, and he's in Philadelphia.
Oh.
Won an Oscar for it. 32 points for that. C is Quadrophenia. There's the Ashton Phil Daniels there, would have scored 21. The best answer on the board is the Werner Herzog film, Fitzcarraldo. Terrific film. That would have scored you 4 points. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your second question. Ian and Colin, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck, as John and Jack get to answer it first. Our second question today is all about holes, Richard.
Simply 5 clues to facts about holes.
Fun.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's fun. Whole lot of nothing. Let's find out 5 clues. Here they come. We have got the Wookey Hole Caves are located near Wells in this UK county. Toad in the Hole is a dish in which these meat products are cooked in batter. The bar in a clubhouse of a golf club is often known as this numbered hole. The author whose book Holes was awarded the 1999 Newbery Medal, and the lead singer of the band Hole, who married Kurt Cobain in 1992. Let me read those again. The Wookey Hole Caves are located near Wells in this UK county. Toad in the Hole is a dish in which these meat products are cooked in batter. The bar in a clubhouse of a golf club is often known as this numbered hole. The author whose book Holes was awarded the 1999 Newbery Medal, and the lead singer of the band Hole, who married Kurt Cobain in 1992. There we are. John and Jack will go first.
Do you know any others? I know the top, yeah. I think we should go top. I didn't know it, but I just think, this is tough. This is tough, because we... OK, we'll go for the Wookey Holes being in Somerset.
Somerset, say John and Jack for Wookey Hole. Now then, Ian and Colin. Talk us through the board.
The Toad in the Hole is sausage. The clubhouse is the 19th hole. And I think that's where we grow into a hole, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I ought to know the last one, and my son is going to be extremely upset with me that I don't. So which one are we going to go for out of those 2?
19th.
We'll go for the 19th hole.
OK, the 19th hole. So we have Somerset and the 19th hole. John and Jack went for Somerset for the Wookey Hole Cave Complex. Let's see if that's right. It is right. Somerset down to 33. Not bad. Ian and Colin, meanwhile, have gone for the 19th hole, the bar in the clubhouse. Let's see how many people said 19th hole. 19th hole is right. Down that goes to 53. There we are. Very well done indeed. John and Jack, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, well played, gents. There's only one killer answer on that board, really. Toad in the hole, you're right, is sausages. It's a big score, as you'd expect. Would have scored you 91 points. And the lead singer of the band Hole
Courtney
was
Love.
Courtney Love. It's a big scorer as well, 43 points for her. So the best answer is this author, and it's Lewis Saka. Lewis Saka, very well done. If you said that at home, would have scored 5 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid, Ian and Colin, it is you, but you've played incredibly well throughout the show. You'll be back next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Meantime, thank you very much, Ian and Colin. But for John and Jack, it is now time for our Pointless Final. Well, huge congratulations, John and Jack. You've seen off all the competition, and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £3,500. Well, we got there eventually. Last time, all the way through to the head-to-head as our golden couple, and you failed to get through. This time, 2-0 as the underdogs. And also, John, it means you can take a Pointless trophy back to work. Just in case they doubted you at all. I'm sure they wouldn't have done, but you never know. Now, what do you want to see come up in this round? What's going to help you win that jackpot?
Sport. Yeah, if you...
All forms of sport,
Yeah,
really.
I know we've had snooker. If we can have some football or even some geography, I think we did okay on that
okay, yeah, maybe
before,
geography.
so...
We will see what today's selection looks like. We've got for you folk rock and Celtic punk, Olympic gymnastics, 20th century children's TV comedies, geology.
I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I'm pretty clueless on all of them, so... maybe...
I think I know maybe 2. I don't know if it'd be pointless.
It's gymnastics, not gymnasts, sorry. So it's about the events.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
20, do you know anything about gymnastics?
I know significantly less than you, but...
What do you want to go with?
I'd feel comfortable going with gymnastics, because I think you're going to do better than you realise.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Should we go Olympic gymnastics and just hope?
Yes. We'll go for Olympic gymnastics, please.
OK, Olympic gymnastics it is.
OK, grudgingly, right? Very grudgingly. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for any man who's won a medal in the individual all-round artistic gymnastics all the way through from 1900 to the 2016 Olympics, please. Any woman who's won a medal in the same event, that's from 1952 through to 2016, or any country which has taken part in the rhythmic gymnastics Olympic group competition. That's from its first appearance in 1996 all the way through to 2016.
OK, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with your 3 answers. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yep, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so I know a few gymnasts, like Beth Tweddle. I know Max...
Is it artistic gymnastics?
Yeah, that's true.
I think we just take 3 punts on countries, to be honest with you. Don't you?
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we should have 1 poker. Artistic gymnastics. Not entirely sure what that...
No, I'm not. That's why I think rhythmic is the same, you know, just still narrowing the field. But I think countries you can just pick.
So what should we go for then? Something that's... We had like...
Malaysia, for example.
Malaysia. You did Colombia the other day. That seemed to work well for us, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
They actually had some gymnastic medals. Colombia, what else do you want to go for?
I think Colombia might even be a bit too obvious. I'm thinking of obscure smaller countries.
So what we've got... I think Colombia won. Pick. Do you want to pick?
Paraguay? No idea. Philippines? Any of these?
Malaysia. OK. Yeah, I think
which 3? We said 4 there.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What are you going to go for?
OK, so I think we're going to have Colombia.
In which categories are these in?
All in the countries.
All in the countries.
They're all going to be the countries, OK, in the 3rd category. Yep.
So Colombia.
Colombia.
Malaysia. Philippines.
And the Philippines. OK, there we are. 3 answers. Which of those do you think is going to be your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think Colombia's nailed on.
OK, Colombia goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Philippines.
And then we put Malaysia in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got the Philippines, Malaysia, Colombia. 3 answers there. I mean, they're all shots in the dark, but you never know. Any of those could turn out to be pointless and win that jackpot for you. What would you like to do with the jackpot if you were to win it? John?
I would probably go on holiday to a couple of those countries, if I'm honest.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Jack?
Yeah, likewise. I'd absolutely love to go on holiday. I've had my eye on a trip to New York for a while, but I'd also like to go back to Indonesia.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. Philippines is your first answer. In all three cases, we're looking at countries that have competed in the rhythmic gymnastics Olympic group competition. For £3,500, is the Philippines a pointless answer? OK, there we are. Not the Philippines. Let's move on to Malaysia in the same category. Countries competing in rhythmic gymnastics. For £3,500, is Malaysia a pointless answer? No, bad luck. I'm afraid we're wiping them off one by one. We get to Colombia now. This was the country that did so well for you in the past. So you're going to stick with Colombia. You're hoping this one is going to win that jackpot of £3,500 for you. It has to be pointless in this category of countries competing in rhythmic gymnastics at the Olympics. Let's find out how many people said Colombia. No, bad luck. Clean sweep. But it was a brave call, and I think that was exactly the right way to go with it, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do take home today's pointless trophy, so very well done for that.
But also, you were doing exactly what pretty much everyone at home was doing, which is name 3 countries. And someone at home's going to be right. It's fairly random as to which ones are correct. Let's take a look at some of those Olympic medalists first. You could have had Koji Guchigen. You could have had Li Xiaosheng, Mitsuo Sugihara, there's the Sugihara vault is named after Sugihara, Yukio Endo. The biggest scorer there was Max Whitlock, who you mentioned in your summing up, but he would have scored points. The women now, you could have had Carly Patterson, Ludmila Turistcheva. You could have had Yelena Davidova, Yelena Shushanova as well. The big scorers there, Nadia Comaneci, Simone Biles and Nelly Kim were the big scorers there, and Shannon Miller as well. Now, everybody, we've all been naming random countries. I know that. There are 3 answers up there. Very well done if you got one of these 3 pointless answers. Have you won the jackpot today at home? They are Azerbaijan, Greece and Israel. Of course, it's obvious when you see it, isn't it? I know. If there's any consolation, I went for Belarus. I thought that was a good answer, and that scored 2. Gutted.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
How do you like that? Well, John and Jack, I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £4,500. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.